friends, welcome back to my sewing room. My name is Becca, and in today's video we're going to dive into the contents for the June 2022 Sew Sampler Box. This is a monthly sewing subscription box from Fat Quarter Shop that includes a block of the month, a little bit of designer fabric, a pattern, and some sewing notions, and the total cost with shipping and tax is just a little bit above $30 if you live in the US. Let's dive in and see what they curated for us this month. Taking a look at our sneak peek, the theme this month is meant to be. On the back side of this card, there is actually a promo code that you can use at checkout of your purchase of $40 or more to get a free project bag. Take a look at this. These are the 3 different project bags that you can choose from, either a pink, a minty one, or a blue one. If I had to choose between these 3, I think I'd go for this mint. I think that's my favorite color. Ooh, yes. Oh, wow. Okay, we got those before. Yeah. Right on top of the box is our little pamphlet that tells us about each and every single item that Fat Quarter Shop curated for this month's box. We're going to use this as we go through all of the items one at a time. I feel like it's been a minute since we got thread in a sew sampler box, but this month Fat Quarter Shop has broke the streak. We have a large spool of Metler cotton thread. I mean, this is huge. The color that we got is actually called Candlewick, and this large spool of thread retails for $6.98, and it is in a very soft, almost like off-white color, so this should go with just about anything that you're going to piece and maybe even quilt. I've actually never used Metler thread in my sewing. I do get small spools of this in my pre-cuts boxes, and I've collected a few of them, but I've never used them. I usually reach for Aurifil cotton thread, but this is a color that would go nicely with all of my piecing. It is a 50 weight cotton thread, and it's a big spool, so it'll last me a while. I might actually give this a shot. Let me know in the comments down below, what's your go-to thread for piecing? We have a lighted seam ripper from Gypsy Quilter, and this thing is amazing. It retails for $8.98. What makes this seam ripper really nice is not only does it have a super sharp blade and a nice protective cover, but there is a toggle switch right on the front that allows you to activate an LED bulb that's in the casing here. So as you're ripping seams, if you need a little bit of extra light, you can just toggle this on or off, and the seam ripper will shine some light on those stitches that you're trying to rip out. This is an amazing notion, and if I'm being honest, I feel like seam rippers are one of those consumable things that we keep in our quilting room. We always buy them and we think we're good, but over time the blades get dull or they grow feet and walk away. So getting these in boxes every so often is always appreciated, especially when the seam ripper brings a little bit of a different way of helping you rip those seams out, like some extra light or that rubber silicone thing on the end of your cap to help scoot the loose threads away from your project. I am actually really excited about this next item because we got 2 of these in the little box of figs program from 2021 to 2022. I loved the 2 that I got in that box, and I know that I'm going to love the 2 that are in this bag. I have a set of 2 in my front room, and now my set of 2 has doubled in size, and I have a set of 4. This is a retail value of $6.74, and they come in this really cute little canvas bag that you can open up. There are 2 bamboo coasters in here. It is made by Quilt, and this is what they look like. They're tied together with a little bit of twine, so I'll just open it up so you can see. And each one has kind of like a barn quilt block design on it. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. And there is a little pamphlet in here about these coasters. And now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I want to put these in my front room. I've got a little window ledge and a really cute little table in between my chairs, and I think these would make awesome coasters in my sewing room to keep water rings off of my furniture. So, bamboo coasters for me. Okay, this is actually really cool. There's a pamphlet inside here that I want to show you. Opening up the pamphlet, it shows you some of the things that they've done before. It gives you the artist website and their Instagram, but also on the back, it tells you that they do quilt inspired art prints, and you can follow at Built Quilt on Instagram. You can also check them out at builtquilt.com, but they do some giveaways. So if you kind of like what they're doing here, this is an artisan that you can follow, maybe buy something for yourself or give it as a gift idea to a loved one. And if you follow them, you will be alerted to when they do giveaways, and maybe you'll win something for free. I know what I'm putting on my Christmas list. This is hilarious. Our pattern in the box this month is called Magnolia, not to be confused with this Magnolia pattern, which is what I am actively working on and have featured on my channel. And I started sewing this with Tiffany over on her channel. So same name, different quilts. This pattern you can actually buy. This one you cannot. I will put a link to this pattern in the first comment down below the video. Just a heads up, that is an affiliate link. So if you use that to purchase this pattern from Fat Quarter Shop, I will get a small compensation for that. This one, however, it is an exclusive to the box, so you're not going to be able to buy it. The only way you get the pattern is by being a Sew Sampler member. The pattern includes fabric requirements and instructions for either a set of 4 placemats, 1 table runner, or a lap quilt. The fabric that we've got, if we bring our own background and binding, we should be able to make either a set of 4 placemats or the table runner. If you want to do the lap quilt, you're going to have to secure some more designer fabric, and then of course extra background and binding. You probably already figured out from looking at this pattern what our fabric is, or at least the color thing for it. So let's just dive right into the fabric in this month's box. We have got a junior jelly roll of Flower Pot by Lulla Boutique. A junior jelly roll is a set of 2.5-inch strips by width of fabric. There are 20 strips in this jelly roll. It is designed to give you a taste of the fabric line without the commitment of a full-size jelly roll. The retail value on this junior jelly roll is $21.98, and this is what you need for those set of 4 placemats or the table runner. So you have just enough to do that if you bring in about a yard or so of some background fabric. Kudos to Fat Quarter Shop for writing the pattern focused around a junior jelly roll, but giving you a bonus size in case you want to step it up to make something bigger. If you've watched any of my other unboxings, you'll know I don't like opening my pre-cuts on camera. It gets messy. I can never get them put back together the right way, but I love to be able to show you what that fabric line looks like. So what I'm doing right now is giving you some imagery right on the screen in front of you so that you can appreciate, or not, depending on what your taste is, the Flower Pot fabric line from Lulla Boutique. This is actually a blend between, I feel like, that Harvest Road line she did a few years ago. It's her take on fall, but she's mixed in some of that rust color that she used for Smoke and Rust. I think of all of her fabric lines, the only one that I didn't love was Smoke and Rust. I didn't love the color palette, but I also didn't love the prints. This keeps the prints that I love and brings in that fall palette that she worked with and just a little bit of the rest. I probably wouldn't reach for this normally since it's not in my color palette, but I would love to make something with it and see if my mind changes after the project is done. The only item we have left in the box is our block of the month pattern for block number 3 for the Bliss Quilt Along. Now, if you've been around my channel for a minute, you know that I am currently catching up my Bright Side Quilt Along blocks. Every year, Sew Sampler Box includes a block of the month program that starts in April and finishes in March of the next year. There are 12 blocks, plus in that final month, you get a finishing layout to put all 12 of those blocks into a quilt top. I have never completed any of the block of the month programs, but I have wanted to. And so For 2021 to the 2022 series, I decided I was going to rip the Band-Aid and do the Bright Side Quilt Along. I am making videos of every single one of those blocks going together, and they are dropping on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. until the entire quilt top is done. So if you want to see my last year's block of the month progress, make sure to subscribe to the channel and come on back on Sundays to see those videos. I will tell you, at the recording of this video, all 12 of my blocks are done, and I just got to put them together into my quilt top and get it quilted. And then once all that's done, I think I'm going to move right into the Bliss Quilt Along, because this is another beautiful block of the month program. By the way, did you know that these patterns you can purchase for $4.98 a piece from Fat Quarter Shop? So if you are not a Sew Sampler member, you can still do the block of the month. And then when I get to the point where I'm able to start recording and releasing those Bliss videos for each month's block, you can sew along with me. I will put a link to blocks number 1, 2, and 3 in the description box down below this video. Thank you, friends, for opening the Sew Sampler June 2022 box with me. I had a blast, and I can't wait to put these beautiful coasters over on my table right over there. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, and please subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost anything from you, but it encourages me to keep making content like what you just saw. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.